Good afternoon, guys. I've got discussion A for you. We're discussing, just a minute, I'll tell you. Some sugar substitutes are linked to cognitive decline. So that is today's topic A. Like artificial sweeteners are connected to cognitive decline. So we're going to discuss that for A. So give me a few minutes to set up for the show, and we'll be getting going shortly. Okay, here we go. Here's a concise summary of the key findings from the article Not So Sweet. Some sugar substitutes linked to faster cognitive decline. Main findings. Study overview. Published in Neurology. The study followed 12,772 Brazilian adults, average age 52. Followed them for 8 years. Sweeteners studied. 7 low and no calorie sweeteners were examined. Aspartame, saccharin, and acetylphane, K-erythritol, and Xetol, Azarbitol, and Tagulose. Cognitive impact. Participants who consumed the highest amounts of these sweeteners showed faster declines in memory and thinking skills than those who consumed the least. Databases, diabetes link. The association was stronger among individuals with diabetes, suggesting a potential compounding effect. Not casual. The study found a correlation, not causation, between sweeteners used and cognitive decline. Broader implications. These sweeteners are commonly found in ultra processed foods like flavored water, soda, energy drinks, yogurt, and low calorie desserts. The findings challenge the participation or challenge the perception that artificial sweeteners are a universally healthy alternative to sugar, especially for long-term brain health. If you'd like, I can help you translate these findings into a myth busting resource or a culturally responsive health guide, especially for communities navigating diabetes and cognitive aging. The study's findings on artificial sweeteners and cognitive decline carry several important implications for consumers, especially those navigating aging, diabetes, or cognitive health concerns. Health awareness and risk management. Cognitive health caution regular consumption of certain sweeteners like aspartame, saccharin, and erythritol may be linked to faster memory and thinking decline, particularly in people with diabetes. Not just sugar versus sweetener, the assumption that sugar substitutes are automatically healthier may need reevaluation, especially for long term brain health. Dietary choices and label literacy. Hidden ingredients. These sweeteners are often found in ultra processed foods, flavored waters, yogurts, diet sodas, and low calorie desserts. Consumers may unknowingly ingest them in large amounts. Label uh, label secure secure uh, scrutiny. More attention to ingredient lists and nutrition labels can empower consumers to make informed decisions about what they're consuming. Policy and public health management messaging. Need for greater guidelines. Regulatory bodies may need to revisit recommendations around artificial sweeteners, especially for vulnerable populations. Myth busting opportunity. Public health campaigns could benefit from clarifying misconceptions about healthy sugars, alternatives, and promoting whole food based strategies for culturally responsive interventions. Given your work, this opens up rich terrain for toolkit adaptation, integrating sweetener awareness into caregiver guidelines and card, cognitive health resources. Community education, co-designing myth, co-designing myth busting modules that reflect cultural cultural food norms and health benefits. Participatory research, exploring how different communities perceive and use sweeteners and how that intersects with aging and chronic disease management. Would you like help drafting a module or infograph that translates these findings into actionable guidance for specific audiences? Great question, especially given your focus on myth busting and culturally responsive health strategies. Based on the study's findings and broader nutritional insights, here are some actionable ways consumers can make smarter, brain friendly choices when it comes to sweeteners. Rethinking sugar free as automatically healthy. Not all substitutes are equal. Just because a product is labeled sugar free doesn't mean it's good for cognitive or metabolic health. Watch for ultra processed foods. Many sweeteners are hidden in diet sodas, flavored waters, yogurts, low calorie desserts, often paired with additives that may also affect health. 2. Read labels with attention, intention. Knowing the names. Look for aspartame, saccharin, uh, frame, K, erythritol, xylitol, sorbitol, and tagulose. Check placement of sweeteners. If sweetener is listed among the first few ingredients, it's likely present in significant amounts. Choose natural alternatives in moderation. Stevia and monk fruit. These plant derivative sweeteners may be gentler on blood sugar and cognition through long-term data is still emerging. Though long-term data is still emerging. Whole foods first. Fruits, spices like cinnamon or nutmeg, and fermented products can offer sweetness with added natural benefits. Personalized based on health status. Diabetes considerations. Since the study found stronger cognitive effects in people with diabetes, those individuals may want to limit artificial sweeteners more strictly. Track symptoms. If you notice brain fog, headaches, or digestive issues after consuming certain sweeteners, consider reducing or eliminating them. Integrate into community education for your work. This could translate into toolkit modules, sweetener smarts, sections in caregiver guides, or aging interventions. Culturally adaptations, recipes and swaps that can reflect traditional flavors while reducing cognitive risk. Participatory mapping, co-designing food literacy tools with elders and caregivers to identify hidden sweeteners in common products. Would you like help drafting a myth busting handout or virtual guide for community use? I can tailor it to rural aging, diabetes management, or culturally specific dietary patterns. There are several persistent misconceptions about sweeteners that shape consumer behavior, and public health messaging often fails to correct them. Here's a myth busting breakdown tailored to your work. With implications for aging, cognitive health, and culturally responsive education. Sugar-free means healthy. Reality: many sugar-free products are ultra-processed and contain additives that may negatively affect cognition, metabolism, and gut health. Implication: consumers may overconsume these products thinking they're safe, especially if managing diabetes or weight. All sweeteners are the same. Reality: artificial sweeteners, e.g., aspartame, saccharin, often significantly from sugar, alcohols, and erythritol. Erythritol and natural alternatives, e.g., stevia, monk fruit. In terms of metabolic impact and neurological effects, implications: lack of differentiation can lead to blanket use of avoidance, missing nonsense health risks or benefits. Sweeteners don't affect the brain. Reality: emerging research suggests some sweeteners may be linked to faster cognitive decline, especially in people with diabetes. Implication: this challenges the assumption that sweeteners are natural for brain health and calls for more targeted education. Sweeteners help with weight loss. Realities: some studies show that artificial sweeteners may disrupt appetite regulation and gut microbiota, potentially leading to weight gain on metabolic issues. Implication: consumers may rely on sweeteners as a weight management tool without understanding the long-term trade-offs. Sweeteners are easy to spot. Reality, they're often hidden in flavored waters, yogurts, condiments, and low calorie snacks. Ingredient names vary, making them harder to identify. Implication. Communities with limited nutrition literacy or access to whole foods may unknowingly consume high levels. Would you like to co-create myth-busting modules or visual guides that maps these misconceptions to culturally adapted strategies for elders, caregivers, or diabetes educators? I can help tailor it to rural aging, food literacy, or participatory outreach. Okay, guys, that is A for you. Be back on with B shortly. Give me a few for a break, and I'll be back on with that for you. For now, Gator Wellness. Take care, folks. I'll see you in a bit for B.